With almost 120 hawker centres or food centres here in Singapore, it can seem quite daunting. However, do not despair. I am going to show you my favourite food centres around this island nation. Undisputedly one of the top 2 hawker centres or food centres known now since the 90s in all of Singapore. I'm taking the side entrance, so we're not coming through the main entrance, and you're going to see that it's not even lunchtime yet and the queue is starting to build. Okay, the struggle now is to get ourselves a table. Let's see if we can find one, guys. Welcome to the Maxwell Food Centre. If you recall my trips through Malaysia, one of the 2 essential things you need to pack when you're eating out. You need a packet of tissues and a packet of wet wipes. Essential, especially if you're going to be eating sticky, sweet deliciousness. Oh, my lime drink. Let me tell you, nothing quenches the thirst better than this. Oh. I asked for this to be especially triple-double spicy. Oh my god, this is going to be seriously so good. If you're at the Maxwell Food Centre, you have to come for the Hainanese chicken rice. Our table partner mentioned earlier that whenever they have friends and family coming in from the United States, they will always order the roast chicken version. But for me, I prefer the steamed version. This is, you can actually tell the efficacy of a good chicken rice chef by how well they cook that skin. And what's equally important for chicken rice is that spicy ginger chili sauce. They have to use the stock that they use to boil and poach that chicken. And of course, the rice is important. This is no mere steamed rice here. This is steamed with ginger and the chicken stock itself. Let's see how flavorful this is. Let's try that chicken, that ginger chili sauce, and a bit of that rice. Itadakimasu. Oh wow. Firstly, that chicken skin is heavenly. It is gelatinous, it's soft, it's silky. It is seriously good. That rice has a really strong punch of flavor, and that chili sauce, you actually instantly get that ginger, chili, and spiciness. Let me have that rice by itself and just see what it's like. Oh wow. I can eat that rice by itself. You don't need anything. You know how much I love my kimchi, and I make a really good kimchi, so recipe to come. But a little bit of kimchi with that rice is all I need. Or maybe some nori, some of that crushed Korean seaweed. Oh, perfect. Really, really good. Yum. Look at that. Soft, steamed grape with mukbang, lettuce, peanuts, eggs, and I asked for this to be especially spicy. So she gave me a bit of a smile and a cheeky grin, and she says, I'm going to make this really spicy. I'm going to make you suffer. No, Mark, you can eat it. It's not that spicy. Oh my god. I'm so excited. I love this. When I came here the first time several years ago, Nelson got me onto this, and he's been pushing this onto me. I'm now addicted to it. Let's see how this compares to the popiah from Penang. I've broken it! Wow. That sambal is really, really spicy. Like, in a good way. It's kind of opened up your taste buds, and you taste the sweetness from that mangkok, from that lettuce, and the peanuts and egg. Fantastic combination. The hard-boiled egg gives it a creaminess. Completely vegetarian. Amazing. Wow. How does it compare to my hometown Penang's popiah? Very different, but still good. Tian tian chicken rice, tick. Popiah, tick. Lime tea, tick, tick, tick. Now we're headed to the Chinatown Food Complex, which is a mere 400 meters walk away. They said the food course is on level 2, I seriously thought there'd just be one single set of stairs, but no. Oh my god. What was I thinking? It took us about 20 minutes to find a spare table and chair at the Chinatown Food Complex. I just feel sorry for everyone around me that I'm sweating and perspiring. I don't smell. It's just that I'm sweating so much. We are here at the Chinatown Food Complex, and what I want is xiao long pao, I want dumplings, I want fried donuts. I mean, we've got orchid chan here, but we have orchid chan back in Melbourne, so I'm not going to go and have my roast and soy sauce chicken. I'll have that back in Australia. I haven't had dumplings in quite some time, so I'm going to go and get myself some dim sum. Mark got me a drink. It looks exactly like the lime tea he got me back at the Maxwell Food Centre, so let's see what it is. Tastes like passion fruit. What is it? Passion fruit. Oh, it's passion fruit tea. Is that the same? He got something different for himself, probably nicer. Whoa. That's umbra, isn't it?
Kumquat and honey.
Oh, kumquat and honey. That tastes worse than it sounds. I love everything about yum cha and dim sum. However, I had to wait 40 minutes for chicken feet and char siu bao. So let's see if my waiting was worth it. What I love about chicken feet is, well, really you're only eating the skin and the cartilage. But what's important is that sauce and the batter, the deep fried batter that surrounds the chicken feet, whether it's absorbed or that luscious, thick kind of black bean sauce. Let's see how good the sauce is. This is the chicken giving you the finger. that sauce is full of flavor. It's rich, it's dark, it's sweet, it's savory, it's salty, it's got that umami kick. It is gorgeous, and most importantly, it is not too salty. Because a lot of chicken feet I've eaten in the past has the tendency to err on the salty side. This is not too salty at all. It's actually really, really good. Let's move on to the char siu bao or to the roast pork bao. Oh wow, it is really, really hot. Oh my god, it's steaming hot. I think I'm burning my finger. I'm sorry about this, guys. I've broken it. Firstly, it's important to always peel that piece of paper off the base. Oh wow, it is so hot. I'm gonna burn my fingers. Ah, it's falling apart. The steamed bread is light, it's fluffy, it is not too sweet. And the char siu on the inside, that's a lot of gravy. I'm used to the char siu with kind of almost like a dry mix on the inside. Not completely dry, but hardly any gravy. This is very, very generous with the gravy. In fact, it's oozing out. It is sweet, it's salty, it's porky. It's really, really good. I love bancang koi. You know this because I had it so often when I was in Malaysia. And when I was waiting in queue for the char siu bao and for the chicken feet, 2 stalls to the right was this pancake or bancang koi stall. I had to go and order it. And of course they had my favorite, which is peanut. It's just a fluffy pancake with generous serving of roasted ground peanuts and caster sugar. They gave me a slice in the very center, so I can guarantee you I am going to drop the insides, the contents of this everywhere, because it's me. I'm so clumsy. I've lost half the filling. Itadakimasu. Oh wow. Sorry, I had to take 2 bites of that before I spoke about it because that was a religious experience. I've had bancang koi many times in Malaysia, more times than I can count. But this has to be hands down one of the best I've ever had. That pancake is light and fluffy, but the secret to this particular bancang koi is that peanut. It is roasted to perfection. It's not burnt, and I think they've actually caramelized some sugar when they're roasting that peanut, and then there's even more kind of caster sugar on top, so you get that crunch, you know, that gritty, sandy crunch when you're eating raw sugar. Holy moly, amazing! At 80 cents. Now I've never had coconut bancang koi before. Almost looks like carrot. Freshly grated coconut. I don't know why it's orange, but it's freshly grated coconut, and I can taste pandan. It's sweet, it's got that pandan flavor. It is seriously good. Still doesn't replace my peanut bancang koi though. That will always be my favorite. Nothing has come close to replacing that as my top billing. At this very spot, corner of Kalini Road and River Valley Road, there was an Audi in flames. It was in a very weird, horrible, voyeuristic way, incredibly exciting. I've never ever seen a car on fire before, but at this very spot here, and it looks like they've actually not only cleaned it up, but they've actually patched the road up. It's quite impressive right there. Look, I think there's a piece of the car left, but It was, seriously, I've never seen a car, let alone an Audi, completely engulfed in flames. When I arrived on scene, I called emergency services. Tim, speak. To those not familiar, the emergency service number here in Singapore is 995. So if you're in an emergency, call 995. Welcome to Tiong Bahru Market Food Centre. This is possibly one of the cleanest and most open space food centre you'll find in all of Singapore. It was recently renovated in early 2017, so you know that everything has been graded certified as being AAA clean. Because this food centre is out of the main tourist traps, you'll find that it's not as populated, it is not as busy, that there is still more room to breathe. I mean, the Maxwell Food Centre and the Chinatown Complex and the Newton food centres, you know, you feel like you're a sardine trapped in a tin can. I mean, the food is exceptional, the experience is one of a kind. But if you want a leisurely dining experience, then come here. Because some of the other places you are pressured to share your space with strangers, which is not a bad thing if that's what you're about. Here, you'll find very, very few tourists or expats. Only locals eating here, and you know the food is going to be authentic. You have to get the roasted duck and roasted pork, or the siu yok and siu up. It's made with char siu rice, roast pork and roast duck with a beautiful dark gravy. I'm going to firstly start off with some of that rice and that pork. Oh my god, how good does that look? Wow. I don't know if you heard that. I mean, this could turn into an ASMR video because the crackling on that roast pork is amazing. Now let's try a piece of that duck. As you all know, duck is one of my favorite meats. Okay. It's gamey, it's moist, it's not too dry. Duck has a tendency to dry out, but this is, you can tell, it's from the duck leg. So it's got the fat to keep moisture in the cooking process. And I didn't get any skin, so I'm going to try another piece. In fact, I'm going to try just the skin. Oh, look at that. Oh. It is luscious. There's a beautiful layer of duck fat. So when you bite into it, it almost bursts into your mouth. But that duck fat has absorbed the marinade. Oh my god. If you know anyone who's been to this food centre, they will recommend the pork bone and prawn noodle. It is not like a harmy that I know, harmy. So this is meant to be a pork bone broth. So I'm going to firstly try the broth. Oh. It's actually a pork and prawn broth. If you can imagine a meaty harmy broth, but just not spicy. It is clear and it's smooth. The initial hit is a meaty pork broth, but just at the very end of your palate, you get the prawn. Wow. Let me get some of that noodle. That Hokkien mee, that yellow egg noodle is bouncy, there's bite to it, it's not overcooked, because some places have a tendency to cook it a little too long. He just dunked that in the hot broth for 30 seconds, almost like the perfect time to just make this al dente. And you can tell this is not a packet, this is freshly made noodles. Oh. friendly, and he was saying, if you want the full collection of kuehs, you have to be here at 6 a.m. He says, come back tomorrow at 6 a.m. He was so friendly. So I ordered the onde, which is like a steamed rice flour coated in coconut. But in the center, there's gula melaka. Here we go, look at that. It's soft, it's spongy. Oh! I was hoping to bite it in half and show you what the inside looked like, but it burst like a freaking pimple and it went everywhere. It is seriously delicious. That gula melaka on the inside is sweet, malty, and it's liquid, so it hasn't been hardened. I suppose here in Singapore with the heat and humidity, you'll never ever congeal into a kind of crystallized form. It is gorgeous, gorgeous.